Okay, I love pulled spouts. And so you just want to find the area where you want to pull the spout, and mine looks pretty much the same everywhere. So I'm going to pinch this rim just a little bit at the top and define where my spout is going to be. And I usually like the diameter across of the spout to be close to 1/3 of the rim. It's just where I've found that it fits nicely. Smaller than that, it looks understated. Bigger than that, it looks overstated. I like it at 1/3. And so I'm just gently stretching this clay. As you can see, because I've been working with this clay, it's already plastic and moist, so I really don't need to be using water. One of the biggest mistakes is using a lot of water when you're making pots. It really can work against you. It took me a long time to learn that, but when I did, it changed everything. So you can see I have pulled a pretty nice spout that gives this pitcher all of a sudden some nice lift to it. You want a sharp edge on your spout because you don't want it to drip, and that sharp edge will cut the flow. So now I'm going to come down in there and give this pitcher what I call a throat. Right in there. I'm going to stretch it out a little more and start to bring this clay outward. And then I'm going to take my fingers and compress and alter this clay to begin to give this throat a real defined space. So you can see there that I have pulled that throat and really made it a strong element to the pot. Okay, so there it is, and now I'm going to go ahead and dart this, and then we'll set it aside, and probably tomorrow I'll make a video of putting the handle on it and putting the foot on it. But right now I'm going to demonstrate how to give this pitcher a lovely little back sway back that all of a sudden gives it wonderful definition. So I'm going to go about 2/3 of the way down, which is probably right about there. And I've drawn a line on there to just give me a marker of where to cut away. So you can see, I'm going to take my knife and right here, I'm going to cut to there, and right here, I'm going to cut to there. Years and years and years ago, when I was much younger, I went to a workshop with Linda McFarlane, who is a wonderful potter and a friend of mine, and she was darting pitchers, and I got so excited about it that I started incorporating it into my work. You ought to check her out. She has fabulous pitchers, Linda McFarlane. Okay, so you can learn a technique like that from somebody and then make them your own with your own forms. So I've scored that, I've cut that piece out, and now here's the coolest part. This clay just goes right back to itself. You can see me just fold it in to itself. It gives this pitcher a wonderful little sway back. And I have this wonderful tool that Michael Sherrill designed, mud tools, and you can bend them to whatever shape that you need. And I've bent this to just be perfect to fit down inside my pitcher and compress that seam. And I'll just rub it all the way down. And I have them in different sizes. Wonderful tool. We're going to be selling them soon here at the Village Potters. Okay, I'm going to get that seam to come together at the very top. The nice thing about these darts of this design is as this dries, it actually shrinks towards itself. So there's very little issues with it opening back up. If you wait a while and don't do this while your clay's still soft, you'll need to soften your rim up with a chamois, because otherwise the stretch to oval of the rim will cause it to crack. So it's good to do it right at this point or wet it later. So you can see, isn't she lovely? Okay, so tomorrow I'm going to add 2 more videos, pulling the handle and throwing the foot. You guys, that's your homework this week in the advanced throwing class, to throw some of these 10-pound 3-sectional forms. So I look forward to seeing them at our class next week during critique time.